You don't think you're ever doing enough, do you? Be honest. When you succeed in something, what do you feel? Is it actually joy? Do you really feel excitement? Or is it just relief? Think about the last time you got a good grade on an assignment. Did you immediately think about the next possible grade that could go in the gradebook? Or maybe think back to the last time you won an award or got into a program you've always wanted to. Did you feel proud or did you feel behind? Did you ever say to yourself, thank goodness I finally got this? Did you ever even think that? And you tell yourself that this is motivation, that this pressure is what's pushing you forward. But let's be real. You and I both know that it's, quite frankly, exhausting to live like this. Because right now, your entire life is built on a quiet assumption that you might not even be consciously thinking, which is that I only matter if I achieve something. So every grade, every test result, every outcome, it isn't just something that happens. It's a judgment on you. And I know this because during college applications, that's exactly how I lived. Everything I did felt like it was deciding my future. That made me chase prestige, compare myself to everyone, and more than that, made my worth tied to where I got in. If I didn't get into a top 10 university, was all my work worth something? Were my passion projects worth the hours I spent at night puzzling over? Did it matter that I would stress myself so much about future tests that they'd be the first thing on my mind when I woke up? What was the point of studying months for the SAT so I could get above a 1500? In this video, I'm not going to tell you to believe in yourself or work harder. I'm going to show you why the way you see yourself is fundamentally broken and why, if you don't fix it, nothing you achieve will ever feel like enough. I wish I understood what I'm about to tell you earlier. Because you see, the problem isn't that you're not working hard enough. Let's be real between you and me, man to man. Even if you get everything you want, would you still be satisfied? I don't think you would. And that's not a guess. I can say that with 99% confidence. Because most people think they're chasing success. The truth is that they're not. They're chasing relief. Relief from feeling behind. Relief from feeling average. Relief from feeling like they're not enough yet. During college applications, I thought everything mattered. Every grade, every activity, every small detail. And slowly, without realizing it, I stopped seeing those things as things I did and started seeing them as things that defined me. If I did well, I felt okay. I felt like I achieved a good amount. But if I didn't, I felt like I failed as a person. And that is where the problem starts. I started comparing everything: stats, awards, schools, and without asking it, I realized that I stopped questioning myself for what I want and started wondering what would make me acceptable. And that little shift in my self talk is everything. Because now I wasn't building a life, I was building a case for why I deserve to exist at a higher level. And that chase never ends. Even when things go well, it doesn't last. There's always another standard, another person doing better, and another reason why I'm not there yet. And I know you feel this way too. Even if you're not thinking it right now, there's some part inside of you that is not playing to win, but is playing to avoid being worse. And these are two completely different games. A lot of us want to chase prestige, and that's valid because we all want to be looked upon in a great way. But that is also a trap because that whole essence is playing to avoid being worse. You want people to see you favorably, and that's where the relief comes in. So, what's actually broken here? Well, it's not your discipline and it's not your work ethic. It's the idea that your value is conditional, that it's something that can be put in its totality on paper. It's the idea that you start at zero and have to earn your way up. Every action becomes a test, and every result becomes a verdict. And over time, your brain learns something dangerous, that my worth is something I have to earn. Because if that's true, then every mistake drops you back down. Every mistake becomes evidence, and every loss becomes confirmation. Right now, think about the last time you lost something, or you made a mistake, or you did anything bad that wasn't even on purpose, but maybe it was an accident. Was that evidence for your self worth dropping? Did you think that you became a worse person because of that? Think about it. And as you follow this, eventually, you don't even need external pressure anymore because you become your own pressure. You decide that rest is undeserved, that you have to self gatekeep your favorite activities or hobbies, that you must be hypersensitive to success because it could fall at any moment. You strip yourself of your identity as a living being and you make yourself a performer. It's like playing a game where every move feels like it decides everything, even though they're just one action in the grand scheme of 50, 100, or more. So you hesitate, you overthink, you burn out, not because you're incapable, but because the pressure never turns off. So how do you fix it? Well, it's not by lowering your standards and it's not by trying less, but by separating the premise of your standards entirely. You have to separate what you do from who you are. Your work is something you create, not something that defines your value. And that sounds simple saying it, but it takes so much practice. And I'm saying this, but I also still, if I'm being honest, I still suck at this. But it's still important to recognize that if who you are is different from what you do, then that means failure is not your identity, but it's information. And effort becomes enough on its own, and progress becomes sustainable. In my opinion, a great indicator is how you tackle an assignment you just don't have the energy to complete. You've given yourself a goalpost to reach, but you're so tired that you wouldn't be able to reach it without doing things cheaply. For me, this could be memorizing 25 flashcards. If I know I can only memorize 15, do I beat myself up for not being able to reach 25? No. I recognize that I'm not in the best mood and pat myself on the back for doing what I can in that moment. I don't think I've become a worse person because I didn't reach my original goal. It's the difference between playing every move like it defines you, like every move can instantly switch the advantage, and playing moves because they slowly point in the direction you want to go. Because when you stop trying to prove your worth, you actually start performing better. You think clearer, you recover faster, and you take better risk. And for the first time, you're not constantly fighting yourself. The truth is, you don't need to become more valuable. You already are. You just learn to measure yourself in the wrong way. The real question isn't, how do I achieve more? It's, why do I believe I need to achieve anything to be enough in the first place? And once you start questioning that, you gradually start making better moves.